I did this stream a while back where we were looking at these creepy YouTube channels and we found this one that was called Erratic Disassemble. And this channel was a little bit strange. It didn't have that many videos. It definitely didn't have that many subscribers. And the videos that it did have only had a few views. So you're talking like 9 views, 10 views, sometimes two or one. We would be literally the second people ever to watch this. And this, it didn't do amazing. It got 3,000 views, but I got a comment on this video, which was this from a channel called No Signal. And this comment was done in binary code, which immediately intrigued me. And I was a little bit, perplexed. I wanted to know more. So I copied the binary code in and translate. Attention is valuable. That's what it translated to. Attention is valuable. I was a little confused. I was a little confused because not only is that, a strange comment to leave, that's actually relevant to the video that I posted. The creepy channel that nobody has seen and this random channel commented attention is valuable in binary code. So I clicked onto the channel and here it is. And it has 1,000 subscribers and this is the about section of the channel. The about section says, creating a decentralized private environment using data as leverage for the user to create more individual thoughts and perspective from topics to problems. Creating an environment where data isn't sold, keeping information private, having conversations without followers but with individuals, no marketing to keep people misinformed about topics to continue watch time or gather more data to make a profit. Having private conversations with people giving input to help or solve a problem with any topic without algorithms trying to track your behaviors and sell you. We are trying to create conversations with topics around technology. We want to create a conversation that is talking about data, technology, security, social media, and how people behave and what it creates. And then at the bottom of their channel description, they leave a Bitcoin address. Now, if you remember like the old days, I wouldn't say the old days, but somewhere around 2014, 2015, when Tor started to kind of get this peak of popularity through things like dark web creepypastas and when people kind of started to romanticize how truly creepy the dark web was, there was an influx of traffic of people going to Tor and the hidden wiki, and people were exploring what the deep web had to offer. And Tor's description, the hidden wiki's description, sounded awfully familiar to this. No followers, real conversations, no tracking, no algorithms, just, a real sort of way to browse the internet. It was used for like journalists and, people who wanted to browse anonymously. It was used for merchants. Obviously, we know things like the Silk Road. So looking at this, immediately it reeked of deep web, dark web, and obviously Bitcoin address at the bottom. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general is what people use to, buy and sell things over on the dark web. But I am going to show you guys some of the videos. Now, keep in mind, I've only watched about 2 myself. So we're going to be exploring most of this pretty much, by ourselves or independently. This will be my first time seeing these things. Welcome. Okay, so a very fitting title for the first video. I'll get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. And this is what the first video was. Welcome user. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The dark web vibe is continuing to reek. And also, it has 2,000 views and 102 comments. These are all comments that this channel left to other people, whether they responded, put it on their community tab, or commented on a video that they had made. This channel was doing a guerrilla campaign to try and, bring people in or entice people into coming in. That's exactly what happened with my comment, which said attention is valuable. And on these commenters, you can see my message was hi user, hi no signal. Thanks for commenting on a Black Ops 2 cross-map Tomahawk clip from 6 years ago. So like I said, they seem to be doing this sort of guerrilla campaign where it comes to like people are commenting on like Some Ordinary Gamers or like deep web videos or whatever, and then this channel is going onto their channel, and if they have a video they comment on that, if they have a community tab they comment on that, and if they don't, I'm assuming they just respond. All right, remember what I was saying about dark web, social media, deep web in general? I mean, look at this. Look at this. Come on, come on, come on. Translate. Anon girl. Okay. Okay, that's video number 2. All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I really like the production value on this. And what's funny is there's a hanging question in the air of like, is this an ARG or is this like an actual like little project that this guy's trying to make where he's genuinely trying to like, yeah, I want to make a community of people who don't have to worry about browsing the internet and getting their information taken, or, you know, who can do pretty much whatever they want without having to worry about it. All right, video number 3. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, I don't actually think I've watched this, so that's interesting. All right, cool. So a bunch of coding, bunch of good stuff. I can't do much because I'm on mobile. The QR code to the website, read the mission statement and values, which probably has something to do with whatever this thing is. The background computerized voice is spitting binary in the form of numbers. Spitting? Absolutely spitting fire. And the last piece is broken CPP code, probably as a test of some sort. The QR code takes you to onthewagon.org. It's an addiction hotline. That's a bit weird. This is video number 4. Hopefully our boy is back in the comments section. He is not, but this guy is. Shout out to Owen. Title, data, description. If people think that their information is not private, that screws us in the long run. Let's have a look at this video, which is called Data. Look who it is.
The information is available to the people who that person wants that information to be available to. And the flip side of that is that the information is available to the people who want to have access to that information. So like right next to the cell phone field, there's like another field that's like, who do you want to show this to? Just your friends, you know, just people at your school, what? So, I mean, like we care about it because if people people feel like their information isn't private, then that screws us in the long term too. The best that we can do is give people control over their information and who can see it. And then once they let someone see it, it's sort of like out of anyone's control.
That did age well, didn't it? Wow, isn't that cool? This is quite well produced, I gotta say. Like this, it's enticing, you know, they're doing a really good job of like bringing people in. So yeah, there we got a clip with Mark Zuckerberg, and in the background we got some Social Network soundtrack, best soundtrack of all time, by the way, cinema masterpiece. And he's talking about information and how I guess it's important to keep it private. The irony is very real, considering the hot water he got into. But it does seem like right after he says this channel is bringing us to no signal. Once again, bringing us back to no signal. Saying, oh, Mark couldn't do it, but I can. Fuck that kid. Fuck him. It's really weird seeing Mark Zuckerberg. Like, he's not nine and a half years old here. It's crazy that he did that at 9.5. Unbelievable. Kind of seems like a promotion for the Social Network once again. And the more that I watch this, the more I'm like, yeah, this is a real like website. Like, why is this, you know, usually ARGs are like, oh, I murdered 12 people and now you got to find me. But this one's like, I'm making a website, dude. Like, I'm just making a site. So it it kind of seems like they're utilizing an ARG to promote an actual thing. So in theory, the game leads you to an actual product, an actual forum. So that makes it all the more interesting. There's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, so I'm very excited to delve deeper and find out more about this. Although we probably will keep it surface web today, but that doesn't mean we won't delve deeper. Okay, cool. And this is a 2-hour live stream, so obviously we're not gonna. Yeah, it's just a. It looks like it's mostly just a loading screen. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing crazy going on here. Maybe something at the end. Oh. Boop. See where this brings us.
In order to achieve competitive advantage.
So on this live stream, this code loads up for an hour and 29 minutes, roughly. And then it gives us this code, the one and only code from what I can tell, unless there's some other hibby-jibby going on in the background, but I don't know, it's kind of difficult to tell. Obviously, we can't sit here and watch a 2-hour live stream of a wheel rolling about. But we can find the exact time that he gives us the code. Okay. There we go. All right. But make of that what you will. I'll put that code in the highlight video. I said we weren't going to watch every video, and yet we're full steam ahead. On the bus, ready to go to work. Okay. Hopefully someone translates for us in the comments section. Yep, title, security, description. They're warning you already. Ugh. Apple is the last person to be making that commercial. Okay, last video he was going after Mark Zuckerberg. He was going after the Zuck. And this video he seems to have his eyes set on Apple. Whatever that means.
I browsed 8 sites for divorce attorneys today.
My login for everything is Pauline@paulinefoo.com.
Number on my credit card is 0237-1225-0211.
I just wanted to make this quick video. Alright, I'll leave a link to this guy in the description. I think this is really creepy when you figure this out. Alright. He's like 00111. Alright. Let me show you what I did.
President Trump is now diagnosed with coronavirus. And tonight,
Hey everyone, if you're new to Instagram or you just don't feel like you're getting the most out of the app, you found the right video. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get
Cool. All right. All right. Again, a lot of these do kind of seem like, I don't know, commercials almost, advertisements for this network, but they're all very interesting and they do seem to be kind of attacking different targets every time. So they keep it interesting. Okay, here we go. Title, Darknet, and then the description is the About section again. Okay. And from what I saw at the beginning, this confirms our suspicions.
The deep web is vast, thousands of times larger than the visible internet, what's called the surface web. But the deep web is not a place. It simply accounts for all of the unindexed content online. Banking data, administrative code for governments, corporations, and universities. It's like looking under the hood of the internet. Over time, the deep web became inhabited by people of all types who wanted to use this terrain for privacy. This hidden area of the deep web is called the darknet, and it's accessible with a software service called Tor, originally developed by the US military and now open source and publicly funded. And while law enforcement and the media have painted a picture that Tor and the darknet are nefarious tools for criminals, it's important to understand that they are largely used for good by government agencies, journalists, and dissidents around the world.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Keanu. That is a documentary made in like 2012 called The Deep Web, narrated by Keanu Reeves. And yeah, that was just a clip from it. Nothing crazy there. Okay, bye, Keanu. Thank you very much. And we will go to this one. Hopefully we'll get a title and description again. Yep, title, value, description. While everyone is engaged in communicating about misinformation, they're tracking behaviors and creating environments for you to engage more. Okay, let's do it.
Things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Cool. It's been really good. The production quality seems to increase. I'm not exactly sure if that's a complete original. Does anybody know? Because the last one was just taken from a documentary, so it could just be ripped. But if that's originally created, originally edited, that's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. It is originally edited. Look. This is the same style that they were using before. Cool. That's class, dude. That's class. That's class. That's really well made. That's probably the best produced thing that I've seen on this channel so far. They're tapping into it. They're tapping into it. All right, so there is a lot of like, oh, society. Like there is a lot of like, let's fix it kind of, vibes. But also you got to keep in mind this is the that was the third last video on this entire channel. So we've watched this entire channel in one, like, I don't have a watch, but 45 minutes or whatever. We've watched the whole thing. You know what I mean? Everything. So the thing that I noticed there was, if this helps, I subscribed to them before they changed their name to No Signal and before they started posting these weird videos. Earlier, we were seeing comments from people saying, why am I subscribed to this? Why am I subscribed to this? This actually makes a lot of sense. If this channel used to be something that it is not now, that was a weird way of saying it, but if this channel used to be different, basically, then that means that people would have subscribed to, whatever it was, a Minecraft channel, an ASMR channel, a Roblox channel, whatever it was. They would have subscribed to that, and then they would have got notifications that this random channel just made a new video. So that actually correlates with the people who are confused as to why they were subscribed. So it seems like this person used to make, I don't know, who knows. We could actually probably check on the Wayback Machine, but that might be a little confusing. Web browsing is linked to a user's personal information, location, interests. Okay. And then the title is tracking, I believe. All right, we have one video to go. We're not going to be watching all this 14-minute TED Talk. This is so beautiful, and it's evolved to a usable point that it makes me very excited. What's evolved to a usable point, though? Where do we drop in? Okay, so these comments are a lot more intriguing. Oh, okay. Obviously, we can't watch the whole thing. It's 14 minutes long. But yeah, that is No Signal in a nutshell. And that video was posted 3 weeks ago. So it seems like they generally have just been on this grind of promoting it. By the way, it was on 1.1K when we started streaming, and now it's on 1.2K. That's power right there. Power. I'll subscribe to it too, sure. Who cares? But yeah, so it just seemed like it's basically 5, 10, 13 videos of just kind of straight promotion. You know what I mean? It does kind of seem like they're reiterating the point. Mark Zuckerberg's bad, your information's being stolen, and we're making a new platform that y'all should come to. It does seem like, we kind of get the point after the 4th or 5th video, but for the most part, I think it's very interesting. I think maybe they could have trimmed it a little bit, to be honest. But for the most part, I am very kind of happy with our exploration today. And I do think that, you know, it could lead to a very interesting place. I mean, the fact that they have a Bitcoin address. I mean, they have a Bitcoin address. But yeah, they do seem to be making some kind of deep web social media. You know, they seem to be creating a kind of, I don't know, lack of, you know, a more private sort of social media. They seem to not like Mark Zuckerberg. They don't like Apple. And yeah, I guess it makes sense.